Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. We will now start the program with prayers recited by Srimati Manasa Venkatraman. Manasa.
Bhavam samupeyushi Bhagavati kim bharati rajate kim va sadhana samgritam dhritavapur jnanam samindhe param ityullikhya savismayam Kritadhiyo dhyayanti yam bharati tirthasyasya jagadguroho kushalada Shri Paduka me gatihi Vande Devam Vibudha Vinutam Veda Vedyam Dayalum Vignadvanta Prashamanaravim Vishwavandyam Prasannam Vetandasyam Vidalitaripum Vamadevagriyasunum Vidyanatham Vimalayashasam Vanchitartha Pradantam Vidya Mudrakshamala Mritakalashakara Koti Surya Prakasha Jaya Padmodbhavasya Pranata Janatatehe Sarvamishtam Dishanti Indropendradivandya Tribhuvana Janani Vaksavitri Sharanya Seyam Shri Sharadamba Sakala Sukhakari Mangalani Pradadyat Shuddha Sphatika Sankasham Shuddha Vidya Pradayakam Shuddham Purnam Chidanandam Sada Shivamaham Shraye Shankarupena Machittam Panki Kritamabhutyaya Kinkariyasya Samaya Shankaracharya Mashraye Prahlada Varado Devo Yon Nrisimha Paro Harihi Nrisimhopasakan Nityam Tan Nrisimha Gurum Bhaje Shri Satchidananda Shivabhinavya Nrisimha Bharatya Vidhan Yatindran Vidyanidhin Mantra Nidhin Sadatmanishtan Bhaje Manava Shambhurupan Sadatmadhyana Niratam Vishayebhyah Parammukham Naumi Shastreshu Nishnatam Chandrasekhara Bharati Vivekinam Mahaprajnam Dhairya Kshamanidhim Sadabhinava Purvantam Vidya Tirtha Gurum Bhaje Ajnana Jannavi Tirtham Vidya Tirtham Vivekina Sarvesham Sukhadam Tirtham Bharati Tirthamashraye Vidya Vinaya Sampannam Vitaragam Vivekinam Vande Vedanta Tattvanyam Vidhushekhara Bharati.
Thank you, Manasa. That was a reverential and melodious rendition. I welcome you all once again to this program. It's unfortunate that many could not join. There were some technical issues. But we'll start now. They can see the recording later. Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmad Acharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Namasabhaye. Tattvaloka is very happy to have you all here. Tattvaloka, as you know, is aligned to promoting our Sanskriti or tradition, values and culture. And as Sanskritam is an integral part of our Sanskriti, it goes without saying that it is our duty to support learning of Sanskritam. Jagadguru Sri Abhinava Vidyatirtha Mahaswamigal of Sringeri Sharada Peetham entrusted the running of Tattvaloka to Sri T.R. Ramachandran about 4 decades ago. Our present publisher, Srimati Sharala Panchapateshan and TRRG, are still actively involved in the editorial affairs. The nucleus of the magazine revolves around the teachings of Sringeri Acharyas. The Acharyas emphasize on a strong value system and a balanced approach to life, thus preparing one for greater goals in life. This Sura Saraswati Sabha was envisioned by Jagadguru Sri Sri Abhinava Vidyatirtha Mahaswamigal in 1969. The Sabha recently celebrated its golden anniversary in the august presence of Jagadguru Sri Sri Vidushekara Bharati Mahaswamigal. Many students were benefited by Sri Kaketi Jairajji's Sura Saraswati Sabha classes at Tattvaloka. Tattvaloka acknowledges his great service with gratitude. It is our duty to take up from where he left and continue with the good work. We are honored to have the director of the Sabha, Dr. Sureshji, today to give us insights on how to acquire Pandityam in this language, whose influence is seen in many Indian languages. Dr. Sureshji is deeply devoted to Sringeri Acharyas. He is extremely busy as he is the head of the Sanskrit department in BMS College for Women in Bangalore. Along with this, he manages the Sabha, teaches students, and is involved in many social welfare activities. Thank you, Sureshji, for accepting Tattvaloka's request to inaugurate our classes. I welcome Dr. Sureshji now to address the students.
Namaste, one and all. Am I audible?
Yes, Ji, you're audible.
Yes,
Excellent. Vande Gurunam Charanaravinde Sandarshita Swatma Sukhavabodhe Janasya ye Jangalika Yamane Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shanti Bharati Karuna Patram Bharati Padabhushanam Bharati Padamarudham Bharati Tirthamashraye. At the outset, I would like to congratulate and also thank Dr. Vasumati Rajaram for taking all troubles to execute this particular action. That too in Chennai, after the sad demise of our Vidwan Kaketi Jairaj sir, there was a vacuum, and we were thinking as to how it should be done now. Who is going to take charge? It was Dr. Madam who had come forward, and she, with a lot of efforts, nearly 500 plus students are there for the class now. Of course, there was some questions and enquiries. I came some 15 minutes earlier. I was just watching and listening to what Madam was very patiently answering each and every one. Okay, coming back to the thing. Sura Saraswati Sabha, the Sanskrit organization, was established by our Holiness, the 35th Pontiff of Sringeri Shankar Math, His Holiness Abhinava Vidyatirtha Mahaswamiji. Most of you are knowing about that. Way back in 1969, and some 4 days ago, in the august presence of our divine presence of our Vidushekara Bharati Swamiji, we also celebrated the Golden Jubilee celebrations. We could not have had done that for the last 2 years because of pandemic. But he was where the function was held at Sringeri Shankar Math, and he too had visited our Saraswati Sabha and has given us a lot of inputs as to how we can take it forward. Now, I would like to just brief you about Sabha and the exams thereby. And as Madam has told me a little bit of information as to why Sanskrit is necessary. What is the use of Sanskrit? Now, when this was established in way back in 1969, with the intention of reaching Sanskrit to each and everyone, 5 exams were thought of at that time: Prathama, Dvitiya, Tritiya, and Pravesha. Hope I am audible to everyone.
Yes. Yes, Ji, you're audible.
Fine. So, Prathama and Dvitiya, 100 marks each. From Tritiya onwards, there are 2 papers: Anuvada Pradeepa, Tritiya, Anuvada Pradeepa 1, Turiya, Anuvada Pradeepa 2, and Tesha, Anuvada Pradeepa 3. The textbook which has been graded is very well thought of. It is logical, and also psychological, in fact. First 2 levels are very simple, just introduction to Sanskrit. Very superficial thing is there in that. But as and when you enter the 3rd stage, real Sanskrit learning will start there. No doubt, the first 2 levels are simpler when compared to the other 3, because just to attract the students, a few shlokas and other things are there in that. Just a small introduction to learning of Sanskrit. When it comes to the 3rd level, Anuvada Pradeepa 1, 2, and 3 are beautifully graded. And as you know, there are some 1928 verbs in Sanskrit, which are divided into 10 classes, which are called as ganas. And we have each verb, so to say, can be declined in 10 lakaras, the 3 tenses and the 4 moods. So we have an introduction to all these 10 lakaras of all the 10 conjugations in Anuvada Pradeepa 1, 2, and 3. They are just graded like that. We deal with the syntax part of that, which is also called as the governance, the Karaka Prakarana, the usage of a sentence, and the formation of a sentence. This is also very well graded, right from the Prathama Vibhakti to the Saptami Vibhakti. Then we have the Tattvaloka formations, the past participles. We also have the indeclinables. We also have introduction to the nouns and the adjectives. Like this, both in Parasmaipadi and Atmanepadi. Of course, I'm just giving out the, I'm not going technically into that, but just, since at least these words should be in your, should just fall on your ears. There are teachers who will be taking you through all these things. You don't have to worry. But why I'm telling you all these things is, you should never stop unless you reach the goal. That is the 5th examination. So these things are very well graded. So please see that you complete all these 5 exams. I will tell you the significance of doing these things. Now, in the first level, we have the 5 lakaras. The Anuvada Pradeepa 1, we are having the 5 lakaras: Lat, Lot, Lang, Vidiling, and also the Lat lakaras, both in Parasmaipadi and Atmanepadi used. There are sentences which are given from Sanskrit to English and English to Sanskrit. On each, we are having some 24 sentences, 12 sentences from Sanskrit to English and 12 sentences from English to Sanskrit, which will help you to slowly gain reputation or gain the hold over the language. One. Then we also have the Taktavatu Pratyayas, the past participles. We have the Tumunantaviya, which are called as the gerunds in English, and also the infinitives, Tumunantavyaya, the infinitives. So then we have the usage of the Parasmaipadi, the active and passive voice. Shatru Shanach, present participles, the students are being introduced. We also have one more thing that is called as a small letter writing things, and also the uh, small short notes and other things, and small essay writing, 8 to 10 sentences. Mama Vidyalayah, Asmakam Granthalayah, Mahatma Gandhi, like this, small sentence, as you can frame sentences and you can write. These are the things which are in Anuvada Pradipa 1. In Anuvada Pradipa 2, we deal with the other 5 lakaras called the Lit Lakara, Lut Lakara, Drung Lakara, Lung Lakara, and also the Ashir Ling Lakara, both in Parasmaipadi and Atmanita. Here also we deal with the impersonal voice, which is called as Bhavi Prayoga. It is extraordinary in Sanskrit language. It is not found in English, but it is called as Bhavi Prayoga. We deal with that. And little bit of Chandas we deal with, the prosody or whatever is there, whatever you could call it. Meters is also called as meters. The Anushtup Chandas, the Sadhara meter, and many more like that. Then we deal with little bit of figures of speech. We also have an exercise on the Tadhita Prakarana, which is very, very important. And for your information, for the syllabus has been set for Turiya and Pravesha by His Holiness Bharati Tirtha Mahaswamiji only. So he has picked up the shlokas or the lessons or something or whatever it may be. The introduction to classical Sanskrit, like Kalidasa's works and other things. So to upgrade ourselves, it is absolutely necessary to know about all these things. Then in the third level, Anuvada Pradipa 3, we have the lakaras. Once again, in the first and second, we had the verbs which are found in the first, fourth, sixth, and 10th conjugations. Whereas in the third Anuvada Pradipa, we have dealt with the verbs which are occurring in other 6 ganas. Thereby, a complete holistic view of the verbs are given. In Sanskrit, verbs, they form a very, very big ocean. So once you have command over that, then it will be easy for you to understand Sanskrit. Now the lessons which are appropriately used, whatever you are going to learn in Anuvada Pradipa 1, the implementation of those things you can find in the Tritiya textbook, which is there for 100 marks. Then once again, in Anuvada Pradipa 2, whatever you are going to find, the implementation of that you can find in the Turiya textbook. That is also for 100 marks. Similarly, in Anuvada Pradipa 3, whatever you have learned, the implication of that you can find in Pravesha textbook. That is the reason why I told you it is very beautifully graded. It is logical and also psychological. In fact, now coming to the benefit of learning Sanskrit in this way is, first of all, technically, you will be very, very sound. I don't believe, if at all someone should say, learn Sanskrit in 15 days. Someone should say any language for that matter, which is impossible. Simply, we say, just to give a glance, just to give a the idea of that particular language. And once you lose, after going for the class for 15 days, you learn Bhavatyaha nama kim, Bhavataha nama kim, Bhavati kutra vasati, Bhavan kutra vasati, Kutaha agachati, etc. etc. Teaching is there, definitely. But unless you get the environment like that, further that learning will just go in vain. After 15 days, 20 days, or 1 month, you will know, if at all you are not in that particular environment wherein you speak with people who know Sanskrit, automatically you will lose touch. But here you are going to get a very, very strong foundation technically you will be strong. And of course, even after 10 years, you will not be able, you will never forget the language. This is one of the significance of learning Sanskrit. And I find many, and this is for open for all. In fact, not only small children, even elderly people used to can take up these examinations. There is no hard and fast rule that you should be qualified, you should know Devanagari, something like that. No, we are going to teach you right from scratch. Prathama, right from alphabets, we are going to teach you if you don't know the alphabets also. So one thing which I would like to stress upon this particular thing is strong. You will be very, very technically strong. And after the completion of the 5-level examinations, trust me, you will be able to read Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavata, all the Puranas without a translator, so to say. If you have studied in that way, putting in lot of efforts, definitely you will be able to do. Of course, there are some of the logic and other things which may involve philosophical aspects you may not be able to understand. That is there because that is a different what to say, field of branch of learning. But this Sanskrit learning will definitely be a tool for you. It is just like the key to enter into the field of Sanskrit, wherein whichever the branch you want, now basic knowledge of Sanskrit, we are going to give you in all these 5 levels. If at all you should traverse to all these exams, if you are qualified, automatically you will get that particular knowledge, no doubt with respect. One more thing which I would like to inform you is whether you read, whether you sing Dikshita's Kritis, Shama Shastri's Kritis, or Tyagaraja's Kritis, which are in Sanskrit, you will be able to understand what you are reciting, what you are singing. Maybe the shlokas of Shankaracharya or anything for that matter. You will be able to understand the meaning, and then you will be able to uh, recite that. That is another benefit of learning Sanskrit. The third thing is you will come to know about the rich heritage of our Sanskrit, the culture, our Bharatiya culture. For example, just the word, if at all I should take the word Bharat. What is Bharata? The Indian. Indian is not Bharata. If you should translate Bharata as Indian, no. Because if you see the word, what it tells, Bhasi Rataha Bharataha.
Yes,
He
please,
who
sir.
crossed in the light. Bha means Beluku. Bha means light. Which light? The supreme light. So doesn't this understanding of the language in its truest sense lead you inwards, not outwards, but lead you inwards? So Bhasi Rataha here means he who is engrossed in the supreme light which is well within himself. So thereby Rishi, what is the word Rishi? What is the meaning of Rishi? Rishi is just a mendicant. No, Risha Jnane. Rishi means a person who is jnani. Generally, we refer the Rishi means a person who is having dhadi, who is having the matted hair, who comes with a kamandalu and other things, who is always ready to curse anyone or give boon to anyone. No, but when you go deep into the understanding of the word, so this is how you come to know what the actual meaning of the word. Then you will start appreciating the language. This we try to give you stimulate that particular thing in you. It is you people know all these things, but a little bit of mm, uh, knowledge, just everything is already present in the room. You just switch on the light. We are giving you the torch there. Sanskrit language is like a torch. You enter into the room, you find all different things there. How nice it would be to appreciate, to understand that this is what our Sanskrit language, if you learn, what you are going to get. And regarding the people who are in Bangalore, I had just picked out some of the questions which were being answered by Vasumati Madam. Yes, here we are having Saraswati Sabha in Shankarpuram, adjacent to Sringeri Shankar Mat. You people can come. We work between 10:30 to 1 o'clock in the mornings and 4:30 to 6 o'clock in the evenings. The books are also available in our Sabha, and also if you should visit during any other time, except in the afternoon between say 1 to 4 or so. You can get the books from our Sringeri Shankar Mat also. In the Sringeri Shankar Mat premises, adjacent to Sharadamba's temple, there is a bookstore. There also you are going to get. We can also courier some of the people, if at all some of you want the books, you live too very far. You can just write to surasarastisabha.org or surasarastisabha@gmail.com and give your residential address with your name, and please don't forget to give the mobile number, because when they don't find the courier people will ring you up and inquire about the place, and they will come and deliver to you. That can be done. We will be able to send the books to you people, no problem, but courier charges will be there. What we generally tell the people when they ring up to us is, we say, why don't you purchase the entire set of books of nine books, all put together somewhere around it is 285 rupees or 300 rupees plus the courier charges. If you should send 2 books or if you should send 9 books, the courier charges will remain the same. So we try to help you out in this way also. Or if you can come down to our Sabha and take it up, that also is very nice. If you want any other query, you can always ring up to us. My number is 97400 97400 We are here to help you out at any point of time. Since I too am working, so if at all you give me a ring, if at all I am having a class, I may not be able to reply to you. But anyhow, if you should just message me, I will ring you up and try to solve your problem. So these are the things which I would like to tell you. If you have any query regarding Sabha, you can always ask me. I believe that each and everyone will take up this particular task of not only take, you should never leave it at any point of time. You should reach the goal, whatever may be the hurdles. All the 5 levels you are supposed to write. That is what is my wish. All of you should take up learning of Sanskrit seriously, and by the word of mouth you can also spread it to others. Namaste, one and all.
Thank you, Dr. Suresh ji.
Namaste.
That was a very informative and inspiring talk given by you. And thank you on behalf of Tattvaloka for accepting this amongst, in spite of your busy schedule. I will now invite the teachers to introduce themselves. Maybe all the teachers are not there, but at least those who are there can join us. Srimati Jayashree Venkatraman.
I am Jayashree Venkatraman. My passion for Sanskrit has been there for several years now, though I have been, there has been a lot of breaks in between, but to continue that, this Tattvaloka Sura Saraswati program has been a very inviting thing for me. So I hope to do justice to this role and reach Sanskrit to as many people as possible, because we have seen the difficulties of learning this language. So I think we can address that and then train help people learn it is what I am thinking. With Acharya's grace, let this program be a success. hope to meet all of you from tomorrow.
Thank you, Jayashri ji.
Right.
Next is Dr. Valli Anand.
Namaste. Shastrabdhi Paradrishvanam Sangahinam Taponidhim Bhade Shri Bharati Tirthagurum Bhadraugadayakam Vidyavinaya Sampannam Vitaragam Vivekinam Vande Vedanta Tattvanyam Vidhushekharam Bharati. I introduce myself as Valli Anand. I live in Chennai and I have been a student of Sanskritam for the last 25 years. With breaks, of course, because of family situations. I have been involved in teaching of this language at various levels for the last 10 to 12 years at school and college levels also. Being associated with Saraswati Sabha and being part of the propagation of this language is indeed a very great honor and absolutely a service to both the language, our acharyas, the language, and the Vangmaya, the Samskrita Vangmaya, that we all should give back to at some small or big level. One thing that I have observed is when we inculcate or try to introduce this language at a young age, of course, because of various situations in today's world, there is bound to be a break, there are bound to be disturbances. Children tend to be disconnected with the study, active study of the language. But the beauty of our culture, being in our culture, is that there is always a constant connect with the language, whether or not we actively involve in it. If there are children who study, who chant shlokas every day, or if there are children who go to the temple at least once or twice a week, the language keeps falling in their ears all the time. So the samskara that we inculcate at a young age remains true, and always, even after a break, whether we are old or young, we can always take it up from where we left and get more involved in the serious study of the language. So at whatever small way that I can, I hope to be able to bring in more students who can take up this language, more people interested, and who will take up the study and get involved in our rich cultural heritage. Namaste and thank you. Let us meet tomorrow as per our respective schedules.
Thank you, Valli ji. I now invite Srimati Anusha Hari.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Namaste. Namas Sarvebhyo. Mama Nama Anusha. Aham Chennai Nagare Nivasami. Aham Purvam Texas Pradeshe Dallas Nagare Balakendre Samskrita Bharatyaha Balakendre Evam Praudavargam Patitavati Idanim Atra Utsukena Pataitum Ichami Pratamagane Aham Bhagam Vodum Ichami Anantaram Vishishya Lekhana Vishaye Mama Abhiruchihi Asti Gata Samvatsare Aham Srimad Bhagavata Puranasya Lekhanam Samapitavati Idanim Aham Ramayanasya Lekhanam Idanim Aham Likhanti Asmi. We will all meet in our class tomorrow. Dhanyavadaha. Namaste.
Thank you, Anisha ji. Geeta ji.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Am I audible?
Yes.
Sarvebhya Namaskaraha. I still consider myself a student because there is still a long way to go. I am indeed fortunate to be a student of Suresh sir, and as told by him, I mean, it's not very easy to go after Tritiya, because till Tritiya it was kind of little easier for me, but Turiya, I should say that it was Suresh sir's motivation that made me, pursue further, and I am totally indebted to him, because it has really opened up new channels for me. Earlier, I was reading the epics like Ramayana or Bhagavatam, but I used to recite it. There was no curiosity to know the meaning of the shlokas then, but now, I cannot proceed without knowing the meaning of the shloka. So it is like something like Sanskrit has just, kind of attracting me still. So what my request is, there may be a lot of obstacles for studying this, because we may have a lot of other commitments. But I would request everyone to start and pursue, and with sincerity, and whatever little time you can give to the study, please give, because this is going to really benefit you, and you would be very thankful, for having taken this great step in your life. Because even I have also done engineering, and I know how professional practices are also important. But nothing has given satisfaction like how the study of Sanskrit has given me. Now when I read the Bhagavad Gita, or even when I listen from Acharyas, I can really appreciate, and I'm just thankful to everyone, and especially Suresh sir. And hopefully, I think I can inspire the students to go forward, and I just hope to meet the students tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Srimati Kausalya ji. Okay, I think she could not join. Kausalya ji is based in Noida, and she's pursuing Sanskrit studies seriously. She's doing her MA now, and she has studied under Dr. Suresh ji. So, and he had recommended her to me. So she's very proficient. So it is make use of the opportunity and attend her classes regularly. Next we have Srimati Sri Ranjani.
श्रूयते वा?
श्रूयते मा.
Namaste. Mama Nama Sri Ranjani. I also live in Chennai. I would first of all like to thank the Tattvaloka Parivara for this wonderful opportunity to teach this Deva Bhasha. My Samskrita journey started 10 years back with Samskrita Bharati. So after completing Kovida, I continued learning at the Chittur Bhasha Pracharini Sabha there. And after successfully completing 3 levels, my interest took a turn suddenly, and I landed myself into the world of divine Vyakarana Shastra. So I completed Acharya Setu from Taswadhyaya Peetam Sringeri. And then, my Guru often says, Swadhyaya Pravachanabhyam Ma Pramaditavyam. So this means that one should not stop learning. Learning is a continuous process throughout your life, and one must also not stop preaching what you've already learned. So as per her advice, I started teaching young school children through the Sri Vidya Sanskrit Sampradaya Varga initiated by the Kanchi Mutt. So, so my message to all the students who have assembled here, so please put in all your best efforts to learn this divine language. I'm very sure you will definitely get a lot of happiness and fulfillment in your life by, by the study of this language. So that's it. So we will all meet tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Sri Ranjani ji. Is Sri K. Subramaniam ji here?
No, ma'am. He also couldn't log in because of.
Okay, okay. Sri K. Subramaniam ji has retired, and he's a great devotee of Acharyas, and he's taken this as a service. In fact, I should share with you, he has some, many in his family have been admitted to the hospitals, various hospitals, 3 hospitals in Chennai. And in spite of that, he said, because this is Acharya's event, I cannot let go of this, and I will also have the Dvitiya Dina classes. That is his commitment, and I do hope the students under his batch make use of such a good teacher and have the same commitment and motivation. I now invite Srimati Ranjani
Shruyate va?
Shruyate ma.
Namaskaram. So my name is Shivaranjani. I'm from Bangalore. My Sanskrit journey started almost 6 years back when I attended a Shibiram conducted by Samskrita Bharati in her apartment. Then I started with Pravesha and completed Kovida from Samskrita Bharati with breaks. So I was working, so I couldn't do it continuously, but slowly I didn't leave, but I completed my Kovida. Then again, I started learning. I started learning from Goda Mami, the Chittur course, who is there in Malleshwaram. Then again, under the guidance of Shri Murlidhar Sharma here in Bangalore, I have started this Prathama Dvitiya courses. So now I'm in Turiya. I have completed till Tritiya. I'm learning Turiya now. The chapters in Tritiya and the Dvitiya Prathama are so inspiring that all kids should know these stories and should learn, should really take up the moral from those stories. So I recommend all the kids to learn this, and with dedication, we all are here to help you out. So I also thank Tattvaloka for this opportunity, and I hope I will do my best to teach the students and help them understand better and pursue further. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Is Dr. Anuradha here?
Yeah. So I'm Dr. Anuradha Shivakumar. Namasarvebhyaha. I've done my research in Yoga Shastra. I've done my MPhil and PhD in Yoga Shastra. I'm a volunteer for Samskrita Bharati for the past 13 years. I've been teaching Sanskritam and mentoring my students to become teachers also. I also take guest lectures on various subjects in our Shastras to some of the colleges in and around Chennai. Presently, I'm writing different monographs on specific subjects in the Shastras for the Kupaswamy Shastri Research Center in Chennai, Research Institute in Chennai. So that's all about me. I'm now very glad and I'm really delighted to be associated with Tattvaloka and to teach Sanskritam for the students of Sri Sura Saraswati Sabha of Sringeri. I thank for this opportunity and I welcome all the students to this beautiful, wonderful world of Sanskritam. I wish all of you a very best in your Sanskritam studies. Thank you so much. Dhanyavadaha. Ram Ram.
Thank you, Anuradha ji. Dr. Goda madam.
Namaste, Namasabhavai, Namasarvebhyaha. I am.
You can be louder, madam. You can speak loudly. Yeah, fine.
Namasarvebhyaha. Am I here? Clear?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Namasabhavai. Good evening to everybody. I am Mrs. Goda Krishnan. I am not yet Dr. Goda Krishnan. I have just submitted my thesis. So Sanskrit has been something like a second nature to me. I hail from a family of Sanskrit scholars, and I've had the good fortune of having professors like Dr. Pandurangi, Dr. Lakshmi Tatachar, Dr. Kameshwari, and Dr. Balasubramaniam and Dr. Vasudeva in Kupaswamy Research Institute. I'm very thankful to Tattvaloka for giving me this wonderful opportunity to get back to Sanskrit. Age is not at all a bar for learning the language. The amount of richness and the heritage it has, I would be very happy to disseminate any little, any minuscule part of knowledge that's available in this great Vangmaya of Sanskrit. I welcome all the students and can assure that they will find it very interesting to dip into the rich heritage of this glorious language. So looking forward to contribute my might in this field. I had been working with the RBI for 37 years. After a long break, I worked for some time as a volunteer with Samskrita Bharati. I've taught them for a while. Then again, after a break, I registered for my PhD with the Kupaswamy Research Institute. I just submitted my thesis day before yesterday, and I had Dr. Vasumati Madam requesting me to be a part of this great service. So I hope I'll be able to help you people to know how interesting the language is. Eagerly looking forward to enjoy Sanskrit with all of you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Goda ma'am. Is Kumari Chaitra here?
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Namasarvebhyaha Namasabhaye. I am Chaitra, a student of second year BSc at BMS College for Women, Bengaluru. I began learning Sanskritam when I was in 6th standard. It was a compulsory subject for us back then. My Sanskritam teachers at Jnanodaya school inculcated the interest to learn Sanskritam. They made us understand that we will be able to study the original texts of Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavata, and Kavyas only if we study Sanskritam well. Then onwards, my interest in this language increased. My mother had completed all the 5 levels from Prathama to Pravesha during her school days. She made me take up the Sabha exams. Currently, I am a student of Dr. N.S. Suresh Mahodaya. In the Golden Jubilee function of Sri Sura Saraswati Sabha, His Holiness Sri Sri Vidhushekara Bharati Sannidhanam urged all the Sanskritam enthusiasts to fulfill the dream of His Holiness Sri Sri Abhinava Vidya Tirtha Mahaswamiji and His Holiness Sri Sri Bharati Tirtha Mahasannidhanam by learning Sanskritam well and propagating it. Keeping this in mind, let us learn Sanskritam and spread the fragrance of our Sanatana Samskriti all over the world. Vande Samskrita Mataram. Thank you.
That was wonderful. A young girl like Chaitra addressing us, inspiring everyone. Kumari Prapti, are you there?
So, namaste everyone, this is Prapti. I'm currently pursuing my BSc second year at BMS College for Women. I am a student of Dr. N.S. Suresh Mahodaya. So I have been learning Sanskrit since I was in 5th standard. Now, it was I took Sanskrit as everyone told it was a scoring subject, but later on I inculcated and I developed very so much of eagerness and liking for the subject. My teachers were also a constant source of support for me. I have completed Turiya exam and currently I am pursuing Pravesha exam. I can proudly tell I am a student of Dr. Suresh sir. Now, like everyone said, I am also still learning and I am looking forward to learn and explore more about this language. So let us meet tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Prapti ji. Our next teacher is Srimati K.S. Bhuvana. She is in Sringeri now, so she will not be able to join us. Everyone in Chennai knows Bhuvana ji. She's been a teacher in Vidya Mandir School, Mylapore, for more than 20 years. She's a very capable teacher, her hard taskmaster, and she will see that you all learn Sanskrit. And with this, we come to a close. You will meet your respective teachers. We will give you the link to the classes for tomorrow, that is July 9th. And please do join. The time may not suit you, but try to make sure that you are just for one day and join. And I once again thank Dr. Suresh ji for sparing his time. And I would also like to thank our volunteers, Sharanya ji and Sundara Meenakshi ji, without whose support this could not have happened. Thank you, everyone.